Plaintiff Colleen Harrison says her relationship with the defendant started off as a casual sexual relationship, but they ended up getting married after having a child. Colleen claims problems started once the defendant got custody of his other children, and she's suing him today for breach of contract. Defendant Robert Harrison says marrying Colleen was a blessing because she was smart and beautiful, but they disagreed on how to discipline his older children, and that's what ultimately led to their divorce.
Start with you.
Me and Mr. Harrison, we met back in 2005 through a common employer, and a few years later we ended up in what I would like to call a casual relationship. He was leaving a relationship. Mr. Harrison's 13 years older than me. He had 2 kids, and so I found him to be a mature man with a good job, and I've witnessed him with his kids before, so he seemed like a good dad. So again, we continued with our casual relationship, and during that time I ended up pregnant with our first child. We had a conversation about...
When you say casual, you mean no commitment?
No, there was no commitment at that point. We were getting to know each other. So...
You wouldn't identify each other as boyfriend or girlfriend? Or...
Not at that time,
okay.
I would say.
Before getting pregnant, during the pregnancy, you still weren't identified?
During the pregnancy, yes. That is when we decided that during...
You'd be a couple?
Yes. Mm-hmm. So we moved in together, continued on with our relationship.
How did that go?
It actually went very well, which is why we continued with our relationship. Good. We ended up married after less than a year, or right before our first daughter was a year old.
What year was that?
2009, December of 2009.
2009, you got married. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
How did the marriage go?
The marriage actually was going very well. So we had our second child 2 years later, and me and Mr. Harrison had a great marriage. I would consider it a great marriage. We got along well, we traveled, we had fun together. The problems tended to come into play when things would get difficult, and we couldn't come together during those times. And me being 26, I mean, I was young, and as I got older, I realized that that is a big part of a relationship, is having, that is the most important thing, is being able to come together, right, during, when things are hard.
Mm-hmm. Tell me what would happen, for example.
Well, because Mr. Harrison has 2 other children by his ex, I had never had a conversation with this woman. She refused to ever speak to me, even though I had a great relationship with his children. So that was difficult. And anytime him and his ex would get into it, they were in and out of court constantly.
So how did that cause stress between you all?
Because...
How did it come out? What?
Well, I mean, financially, it was created hardships for us. And
emotionally,
he would be upset about it, I would be upset about it, and we both dealt with it in different ways. You know, I would get mad, he would keep it to himself more. We didn't communicate well about it at times. I always thought the kids would be better with us, to be honest. So that was my standing on it. So I wanted him.
You're gonna take the woman kids.
Yeah.
No wonder she wouldn't speak to you. No wonder she wouldn't speak to you.
No, it wasn't that, Your Honor. It wasn't that.
Take the woman kids. Come on, Debbie.
No.
I hope you didn't tell her that.
I never told her that.
Them kids would be better off with me. So,
well,
bring them kids over there. I'll let you know when you can come over.
Yeah.
That's not the message you sent?
No.
All right. And so since then, what has been going on then?
Well, during that time, the mother called one day and said that she needed us to take them. And we were both on the phone at the same time, actually, because we were in the car driving. And he told her that he would call her right back and asked me. He's like, is this something you want to do? Is this something that
How old were they?
Up for? 10 and 12, maybe. And I was like, in the back of my head, I'm thinking this is going to be really hard. But yes, the mother called one day and said that she needed us to take them. And he was like, is this something you want to do? Is this something that
How old were they?
Up for? 10 and 12 maybe. And I was like, in the back of my head, I'm thinking this is gonna be really hard, but yes.
Plaintiff Colleen Harrison is suing her ex-husband, who claims they divorced because they disagreed on how to discipline his older children.
How did it work out?
In the beginning, I was really excited for the 4 girls to grow up together. I was like, this is
And then what?
gonna be great. Then chaos. It was just chaos. And I'm a very like structured person, so I wanted
Give me some
schedule.
examples of the chaos.
We had 4 girls, all in different schools, all with different schedules. Me and Mr. Harrison both worked. I work nights sometimes, so I needed things done when I was at work. I needed baths given. I needed, I wanted to teach the teenage daughters how to pick up after themselves. So when I tried to put those things into play, I didn't get Mr. Harrison's backing on that. And that became very frustrating because I was tired. I mean, I went through it for years because of the kids, and I would put charts up in all kinds of schedules, and he would make a joke about it, and then, the kids wouldn't take me. Yeah.
So it sounds like you were overwhelmed.
Yeah.
So is that what caused you all's divorce, or get to that? What happened?
No. I went full in, I was like, I'm in. We have to do this. I loved those girls. I loved my girls. But like I said, it got to the point where I think he didn't take my need seriously.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let me hear your side.
When we ended up getting together and when we got pregnant, she was like, she actually offered me a way out, which I had never had happen.
How
before.
so?
Well, she told me I would have had to pay support, but you don't have to do this, you don't have to be part of it. Because it was
You
fun.
all weren't into that type of relationship.
Not
from
yet,
one of them.
but she gave me a choice, and she was smart and beautiful, and I felt like it was a blessing. And I don't leave my babies, so I absolutely was like yes, and I was all in. We had those couple years. We had the next baby. She told me if we got married, and she told me that if we were gonna get married, that we were gonna have to have at least one more. And I was like, okay, I can go to 4, but that's it.
4?
I have 2 other ones. My
you
older
mean
2.
including the 2 pre-existing?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I can go to 4 total, but that's as far as I can go. After we had our youngest, a couple years later, we were both working really hard. She was working days and nights. I was working days and I was working security, working some nights. And we finally got ourselves into our first house, primarily because she knew how to manage my money better than I did. So
I've always been a good money manager.
It's not
My wife used that against me, though. I hope she wasn't using that against you to control you.
Well,
my wife used money to control me.
Near the end, that's kind of how it
you
felt.
hear the opposite. The husband or the man uses money to control the wife. I'm the opposite, and I'm the one make it.
Right.
But
Well,
she uses the money to control me. I get it issued out.
But Your Honor, got a house. When it seemed like the day after we moved in was when we got the call from my ex.
You all talking a little slow here. Sounds like you're being sentimental and you might want to get back together. We'll address that shortly. But in the meantime, go ahead. You can tell me the story. And nobody this sad. How long ago you all break up? How long ago you divorced?
2 years.
2 years.
2 years, okay. 2 years later, y'all still this sad. Y'all want to get back. Go ahead. Most people 2 years later, they're like, whoo, what was I into? My goodness.
Glad that's over.
Yeah, right. Yana, yeah, and he did such and such, and I never wanted to have nothing to do with him again. Y'all in here, well. It was the year such and such. I could have walked away, but I was all in. Go ahead, sir. So I gotta tell me, because so far I've heard nothing that went wrong. Nothing has gone wrong. So what caused the divorce?
I felt she was trying to control the kids and try with the whole thing.
They need control.
I believe that.
Adolescents and teenagers.
Sir, my daughters are not undisciplined. None of them. That doesn't happen in my house, ever. And anyone who does do that gets straightened out quickly.
Right.
All right,
And she had to be part of that straightening out, no doubt.
Well, maybe that's what we didn't agree on how to go about it.
Okay, I can see that.
But, you know, I just put my oldest in college. So obviously things are working out relatively well. Honor student.
You put the oldest in college.
At this point, I had it for the last 3 years by myself doing it. Yes, sir.
Okay. How about the years before that? How many years did she have her under her supervision?
Well, that had been our supervision, but about 2 years.
2 years?
Well, 2 years.
Probably critical years. She wouldn't have been going to college had she not had her there those 2 important years. But go ahead.
So we ended up going ahead, and I think like she said, it just sort of fell apart.
Okay, fine. Nobody knows why. What you suing him for today? Nobody knows why you all were divorced. Go ahead. That long story, and ain't nobody told me anything.
Plaintiff Colleen Harrison is suing her ex-husband, who claims they divorced because they disagreed on how to discipline his older children.
$4,500. How does he owe you?
Yes, through our divorce
Let's
decree
see it,
that I
please.
have here. Mr. Harrison was supposed to pay me a total of $4,500 within 30 days of the finalized paperwork there. And I was to sign a quitclaim deed for the house. Mr. Harrison has yet to pay me that money.
Sir?
The most important thing for me was to try to get out of this. I didn't even want to get divorced at the time, but if we were going to do it, get out in a way where we were able to still co-parent, where we were able to be there for our kids, where we were able to work as a functional team for our younger kids. I did not want, my oldest actually literally said something to me about like how she didn't want to see the little kids go through what they had gone through. And I've worked hard to make sure that that's absolutely not what happens. I've bent over backwards. I basically took that paper and just signed it. I knew the $4,500. So I work in education. I don't make money like that.
Why haven't you paid it?
Because I work in education. I don't make money like that. And it was either.
Did you tell the judge that?
I beg your pardon, sir?
Did you tell the judge
We didn't have
that?
a judge. It went all through the lawyers. Done.
Okay, so, but you saw what was done
Right,
before
but
you
I told,
signed.
and I told her from the beginning that there was no way I was going to come up with $4,500.
So why did you agree to it?
I didn't really see a way out that wasn't going to cause a lot.
So you just committed fraud and misrepresentation. All right, as you heard, he never intended to pay you anyway, but we're gonna make sure he does. Okay. $4,500 is your judgment. Have a good day. Judgment for the plaintiff.
Thank you.
I meant to pay you, by the way. I was never trying to things haven't worked out right.
Well, I hope we can continue.
We're the best co-parents you're ever gonna see.
Yeah,
Period.
I hope we can continue to.
And that's an absolute intention.
Plaintiff Jessica Holland says the defendant is her twin sister's daughter, and once she became a teen, she started using drugs. Jessica claims the defendant once went missing when she was 17, and they found her high on acid. And Jessica is suing her today for rent, electric bills, and stolen property. Defendant Sydney Christie admits that Jessica was like a mother figure to her, but Sydney believes Jessica has a problem with her boyfriend, who's with her in court today. Sydney claims Jessica talks down to her boyfriend and calls him names, and she's countersuing for breach of contract.
Start with you.
This is Sydney. She's my niece, my twin sister's daughter. My twin had her when she was 16. So I kind of helped raise her, like a second mom to her or a father figure. She was a great kid. And then when she became a teenager, she started hanging out with the wrong crowd, started dabbing in drugs. She went missing one night, and her mother and I found her at a house, and she
How old was she?
17.
Found her at the house, and what?
And she was messed up on acid. Then when a few months later, she stole her mother's credit card, went on a $600 shopping spree. She's 21 now. She's just still making irresponsible decisions.
What is she doing lately?
She's quit several jobs. She can't, her and her boyfriend can't hold down a job.
Think they just don't want to work, or?
They don't want to work. Yep. At one point, I found a humongous jar of marijuana at the house in baggies, so I believe they were selling drugs.
Marijuana doesn't make you quit your job unless you're a weed head. Doyle comes in on time every day.
Yeah. Got it under control.
All right. Let me hear from you, young lady.
All right, so Jessica is my aunt. She's been a mom as I was growing up. But ever since I started dating Colton, she just has had this big grudge against him. I think that she just doesn't.
When was that? How long ago did you begin dating him?
2 years ago.
All right, so you were 19?
Yes.
All right.
And
Did she say something about him? Did she?
No, but every time that she's around him, she talks down to him, talks to him like he's stupid.
Like what? Talking down to him.
She literally, to his face, called him stupid.
Is that in the midst of an argument?
No.
Just out of the blue?
Yeah. We were sitting.
Hey, stupid.
No.
He didn't look up, did he?
Yeah, right. He responded.
Call him stupid out of the blue. They weren't in an argument. Just call him stupid. What else has she done to diminish him?
She, ever since that I started dating him, she has just been a control freak about everything. For instance, she came in the middle of the night and took the battery out of my car while I was sleeping because she found out that he was driving my car.
She said you were high off acid and she didn't want you to get any more acid.
No.
Defendant Sydney Christie is being sued by her mom's twin sister, who claims Sydney started using drugs when she was a teenager.
All right. Anything else you want me to know about your relationship with Sean?
It was really good until we got our home, and then everything just went downhill.
Why do you think
from
it
there.
changed with your boyfriend? Was this your first boyfriend?
No.
Did she do that with all your other boyfriends?
No.
So why do you think she's doing this with him?
I'm not really sure. I think that maybe it's because she doesn't think that he's good enough because he didn't go to college like she did. She's just kind of snobby like that.
Did everybody else in the family go to college?
Yeah.
Including you?
No.
Everybody didn't then.
Well, besides me and my mom, but everybody else did.
All right, so you think because he didn't go to college, she snubs him. And she snubs people who don't go to college. She snubs you?
Yeah, she is.
And she snubs your mom.
I haven't seen her, but.
Well, how do you know that? You said she snubs everybody that didn't go to college.
Not everybody, but she has been treating him nasty. She gets on me all the time about going to college and.
About not going to college?
Yes.
Does she get on your mom about it?
No.
So she doesn't do that to everybody. She does it to a young niece who she wants a better life for, and who she thinks, because this is the first boyfriend ever that she has disliked, that she thinks might be holding you back. Because how many jobs have you changed in, say, 10 years, 5 years?
Like 5.
5?
Yes.
In 5 years. And that's not productive. It's counterproductive. Some would say destructive because you hurt your work future. And without an education, you certainly these days, you don't get non-skilled work enough to provide for a family. You get enough to provide for a teenager at a fast food, minimum wage type job. That's what those jobs are for. But then if the teenager wants to elevate themselves into adulthood, they're going to either get some skill or another or go to college. Do you have any skill that you've got?
I worked at a nursing home for about 1.5 years.
No, I'm not talking about work experience. Certificate of achievement or some type of specialized training.
No.
Yeah, because that's what's required for the most part these days. So yes, if I'm your uncle, I'm doing the same thing that she's doing. I want to move you forward, and I'm going to advise you. And if I see someone that it appears that's holding you back, I'm not going to like that. I took my wife from her high school boyfriend because he didn't want to do nothing. She come to college. I meet her on the first week that she in college. Fine, look good, shapely, smart. I was to get away from the look. Smart, that sealed the deal. But in the meantime, I say, got a boyfriend? Yeah. Oh, okay. How long you been with him? Since high school, went together, 11th, 12th grade, whatever it is. Okay. Where is he at? You know, he's at home working at McDonald's. Oh, okay. Dig that. Well, I'm in my second year. I'm the leader. I'm the head of this. I'm the head of that. But you do what you want to do.
You laid it out.
6 months later, he was gone. So that's all. I'll leave it at that.
Defendant Sydney Christie is being sued by her mom's twin sister, who claims Sydney started using drugs when she was a teenager.
Tell me about the unpaid rent, electric bills, and stolen property, which is the least important thing we're here for today.
Yes. She.
Seeing what's going on.
Yes. In September of 2018, she called me crying. She was pregnant and getting evicted from her apartment.
Pregnant by who?
Colton.
And getting evicted.
And getting evicted.
And
yeah.
coming to you.
Yeah.
And think you should say, I love you. What's his
Yes.
name? I love your boyfriend.
Yes.
He got you pregnant and evicted. That's a beautiful thing.
Yes. She has burnt several bridges with our family members. Nobody would let her stay with them. So I bought them a fixer-upper home for $9,000. I had to put a little bit of work into it. Then in March of 2019, they had both quit their jobs and they couldn't make the
Did
payments.
they tell you why?
No.
Go ahead.
They couldn't make the payments, and I had already previously, several months prior to that, changed the due dates, the amounts that they owed to accommodate their several different jobs that they had had. So in March, when they gave me the $300, they owed me $800. They gave me $300. I finally said enough is enough. I'm done. You either give me the rest or you're out April 1st. April 1st rolls around and I didn't get any money. I have text messages that show she didn't have the money.
You see it, please? Let me hear from you, young lady.
Well, going off of what she said, changing it all the time, I do have a copy of the text message, and she would not accept our payment with our late fees.
Why? She intended to evict you by then, probably, right? You don't accept payment if you intend to evict someone. Many people do that because the payment is inconsistent with the tenant. And the tenant might come up with the money the 29th day or the 25th day. Everybody want to keep going with that. Just say, give me my property back. Court, tell them to give me my property. I'll take him to court. Judge Mathis specifically. All right, and your defense, that's your only defense, is that you tried and she said no?
No, in that text message, she said that I can pay late fees, $20 each day that it's late. And we were 3 days late, so we had $60 in her late fees and tried to give it to her. And this was before the eviction process even started. And she would not accept it.
You were still late?
Yes, 3 days.
Ma'am?
I have a text message where I told her this was the final deal I made. I said, I swear to God, Sydney, you better not be 1 penny short or 1 day late.
And she was.
And she was.
Is that true?
Yes.
All
But in
right,
our
then why are you using that as a defense, young lady? It's right there. Your counterclaim is for what?
for breach of contract.
What did she breach?
I have a copy of the...
No, you tell me.
Okay. Well, I'm countersuing for half rent of all of the months that I've lived there because she had listed our home for sale on Facebook while we were still living there before the eviction process even started.
Because she put it up for sale, she owes you the rent that you paid while living there.
We were
You did live there, right?
Yes, but we were renting to own. We
But
were
you-
paying to
You have
own.
that contract?
I have this.
But let me back up before we even go through all that. You had violated the terms of the rent to own. Every single month that you failed to pay, you violated each and every time. That contract was way over.
We weren't.
Have a good day. Judgment for the plaintiff. Your claim is dismissed.
I'm your mom, and I still love you.
I hope this will bring our family back together eventually.
I mean, this was kind of pointless.